By the end of this video, you're going to understand the exact mistakes that are preventing you from going viral and how to consistently go viral instead, as well as the strategy to where you can make a bunch of money on TikTok Shop without even having to go viral. If you don't know who I am, my name is Noah. I've done $450,000 profit with TikTok Shop. In my first year, I did a six-figure month, and I've done over 100 million views through TikTok Shop. So let's just get straight into it. I'm hoping that this video is going to bring you a lot of correction and clarity. And if you're just starting TikTok Shop, this will put you on the right direction as well. If you don't know what it is, it's basically like creating videos for other people's products. Every single time that somebody buys from your video, you earn a commission. No fulfillment, nothing like that. You're literally just creating content and money is falling from the sky straight into your bank account. It's a pretty cool thing. I'm going to turn up my brightness so you can see me a little bit more. It's late at night. So this is the reason why most affiliates can't go viral. It comes down to bad product selection and strategy. A lot of people just select the top products that are ultimately very saturated. And when I say saturated, I mean that the people who, even when they're going viral, they're not making that much money because it's a low commission per views. So what I look for are products that are making at least $500 to $1,000 commission per 100,000 views for the top performing videos. But if you go to the top performing products, you'll see that people on average are making around $100 commission for every 100,000 views, which means that they're making around 1,000 per every million. So you need to generate millions and millions and millions of views, like 10 million views, to make $10,000, which is just not the best strategy to make a lot of money on TikTok Shop. A lot of people also are relying on free samples, which is just an excuse to get free stuff. Because when you order a free sample, you have to post for it, and you have to, post for it to keep a good score so that you could get more free samples. And it's just the hamster wheel. You don't want to be stuck on that. There's no point. You're just going to end up making no money. Just admit that you're using it as an excuse to get free stuff so that we can move on. Number 3, ordering products on viral videos that may not even be converting. Just because a video is viral does not mean that it's converting well. So make sure that you check and see if that video is converting before you just order the product blindly, because maybe you're making videos for products that ultimately aren't making people any money. The second reason is bad hooks. A lot of people think that their content sucks, but it's not actually their content. It's just a hook. It's the first couple seconds of the video. The hook is what gets people into the door so that they can listen to the rest of the video and be convinced to buy the product. So if you have a bad hook, that's why you have low views. If you fix your hook, that's how you go from a couple hundred views to a couple thousand consistently, and then from there you could really just try to dial in your script. Number 3 is bad volume. At the end of the day, you're posting lottery tickets. It's completely free. You don't have to pay any money to post on TikTok, and every single video has the potential to make you tens of thousands of dollars. So when I look at two people's accounts, there's one person who's literally posting 10 times a day and they make a bunch of money. There's another person who posts once a day and they're like, why am I not getting results? My content, I can't figure it out. Volume, volume, volume. That's the only way that you're going to learn the skill set and improve. And you're literally 10xing your chances of going viral if you're posting 10 times as much. So a lot of people are complaining about their content and they're just not posting. And it's a self-fulfilling prophecy and a feedback loop of, oh, it's not working. And so they don't work. And of course it's not working because you're not working. Hopefully that makes sense. Number 4 is copying top videos. A lot of people just pick the top products and they copy the same videos as everybody else. There's no way that your stuff is going to go viral if you're competing with the same thousands of videos that are being made every single day, because thousands of people are doing that exact thing no matter what the product is for the top products. Also, you're coming across as very inauthentic. You don't want to sound like a talking puppet. Nobody's going to want to buy from you. The whole point of TikTok Shop is it's real people buying from real people. So if you're coming across as super inauthentic, nobody's going to trust you. They're not going to want to buy from you. You should talk to the screen like it's your friend on FaceTime. That's going to be way more helpful. On the other side of that, a lot of people, they try copying and it's not working, and so they just go to being Einstein, just being a creative genius. Oh, I have to create all the ideas in my head. There's nothing new under the sun. What really works is taking 80% of what's working with other people's stuff and just applying your own little twist, your own little authenticity, doing your own research about the products. We'll get into that in a second. Just recreate top performing videos and apply it to your stuff. Stop looking at just the same product videos as well. You don't have to look at just your product. You could take what's working for somebody else's product and apply it to yours. And I'm going to give you some examples of that in a minute here. Also, a lot of people are just like, they can't sell, so they go to just entertainment. Stop just entertaining. You don't have to be an idiot to get people to buy your stuff. They're not going to buy it if you're looking like an idiot. And so if you create a video and you're like, this is just embarrassing, and you think you have to do what's embarrassing to make money, you have the wrong approach. It's not even right. Don't even put yourself through that. Number 7, don't just pull up on the video in the first second and say, buy this product. It's not going to work. there's no trust there, and you're showing your cards immediately. Buy this product. People don't want to buy from somebody who's shoving something down their throat. You know what I mean? Once again, I'm going to give you some examples in a second here, but there's a lot of people who, especially supplements, buy this supplement, blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, it's not going to work. They have no trust. They have to trust you. So this is another big problem too. And a way that you could fix this, the no trust issue, is I know some people, they just talk crap about the product in the beginning. So they'll order something and they'll be like, man, I was really excited to get this, but the packaging just kind of sucks. Like, it's a little bit disappointing, but I heard that it does this, so I'm still going to try it out and let's see how it happens. It's like lowering somebody's barrier so that they're now open to listen to what you have to say. So that's a really great tactic. Also, no research of the product. You have to understand the consumer and the use cases. This is the most important thing, in my opinion, for going viral, is truly knowing the consumer and the product, which not many people know on TikTok Shop. And so they're just like throwing blind darts, not understanding what they're doing. They're just like, I don't know, I'm just trying, and it's not working. Just throwing more crap at the wall. So yeah, use Amazon. Go read reviews of the product, and you'll find different use cases of the product that haven't been taken onto TikTok Shop yet, and then you can be the first mover on that use case, and so it feels fresh to the algorithm. It's all about taking stuff that's working and adding something that's fresh to the algorithm. There's something called the Purple Cow Principle by Seth Godin, I think his name is. But it's basically like, if you see a cow and you're at a farm, it's just like, cool, it's a cow. If it's a purple cow, you're going to be like, what the heck is that? So when it comes to TikTok Shop, when you see these videos that have, tens of millions of views, they were the first person to bring that. There might be a couple other people who copy the same video who maybe do well and have like 1 million views. But unless you're the first person or second person to copy it, there's no way it's going to happen. So never copy content. It's super rare that that is going to work out. So let's just break down some videos. Let's just find a video here. This one looks cool.
Why is this already making my mama heart so emotional? This is a first and last day.
Why is this making, dude, literally, why is this making my mama heart so emotional? First thing, she's just tugging on the heartstrings, emotion. At the end of the day, guys, TikTok Shop, it's impulse purchases. People buy from emotion, not logic. Somebody is scrolling and they're seeing random stuff on their For You page, and then in the next 40 seconds, how many people decided to buy this product? 720 people decided to buy this product. So 40 seconds, and they're already convinced because they're feeling emotional from the first second. So this is what really, talk about the barrier of trust. This is what tears down people's barriers of distrust.
Why is this already making my mama heart so emotional?
Why is this already making my mama heart so emotional? So she's talking to other moms and using that emotion for this product.
It's the first and last day of school keepsake book. And it literally
now she's just introducing the product and she's just gonna demo it.
It has a spot to store memories from preschool all the way to graduation picture, which is too sweet. There's a words of handwriting. You get the cute at the end of each grade level.
Yeah, so she's just showing the features of the product. So you can see how, like, what would the difference be, right? If all these things were exactly the same, but the first couple seconds were like, you have to get this for your kid for whatever, blah, blah, blah. It probably wouldn't do as well, because she just ended up like coming across as super authentic, and you're just drawn in because you're like, oh my gosh, why is she so emotional about this? I'm also an emotional mama. So it's kind of like when you're talking about yourself, people are thinking about themselves anyway. So when you're super like, you need to get this versus I just got this thing and blah, 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 you might be thinking like, oh, people don't want to listen to me. No, when you talk about yourself, they're just thinking about themselves anyway. It's another huge point too.
Pocket for awards.
But yeah, I assume she just talks about the product as well. Let's see this one.
To the girl who said that this is like an espresso shot for underneath your eyes.
See how the video started with, it's like a visual and audio hook. So you're scrolling, and you see, you're just like, what's going on here? And then to the girl who says that this is like an espresso shot from your eye, that's like super cool language to use to get people drawn in. Oh, an espresso shot for your eye, because espresso, you're getting super active, whatever. And now she's going to talk to middle-aged women about, waking up and, looking like whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Girl, you are not playing. This is Tarte.
So that's a really good hook, and now notice how, like, when you look at Calo Data, they're super visual products. So that's why makeup and girls just have a way easier time than guys, to be honest. Just because it's just so visual, and girls buy from girls way easier. For guys, you really need to find more quality products, which is something that I love doing, what I help people do. But anyways, those are some examples of good hooks. I want to show you this account too, because it's a great example of how you can go viral consistently after you find something that works. So I'm going to get a copyright on this video if I click into the video, so I'll just show you the framework. There's like a little song in the background, but it's like 7 warning signs that you have high cortisol, and then it's just 7 points. Well, it's actually 6 because he's using engagement bait. Basically, if you say 7, but now you're saying 6, people are going to comment being like, oh, there was only 6. And when people comment, it's boosting the watch time, so it pushes out to more people. But anyways, he's just, reeling in these, issues. You might have this problem, this problem. He's like, don't worry, it's not your fault. It's just that you have high cortisol, and this is what I use to lower it. You know, it's healthy, and I've noticed these benefits, and you could take 2 gummies a day, and it's also on sale. So you can see that did 5.6 million views. Here's the same exact video, 21 million views, slightly different hook. It was a water jug instead of something else. 20 million. Same thing, 4 million, high cortisol. He's just recreating the same thing. This one was for Nello Super Calm. This one was for Nello Ergoli. This one was for Nello Ergoli. This one is for collagen. So he's just taking the same exact framework, using it for the same product, Goli, but then taking it to Nello Super Calm and then taking it to collagen. You might have too much cortisol, or you might have critically low collagen. Somebody's, oh, critically low collagen. That's bad. You can see he's just milking this over and over and over. So once you find something that works, it's so easy to go viral again. So this is another mistake that a lot of creators make, is once you go viral, you think that you have to like go to something drastically different. No. Milk it as much as possible, because TikTok, you're pushing out to like 90% new audience every single video. And TikTok has so much data on the types of people who are buying from your videos that they know the type of people to send your videos out to. So it's way easier to go viral in so many ways, because you found the blue meth, I call it, that works. If you've seen Breaking Bad, you know, whatever. You found your blue meth, so stick to it, versus, and also the TikTok account is just so much more helpful too. And I did the same thing on my account when it came to selling this Bible study picture book. The devil doesn't want you to see this, and you know, that's the text here.
If you're seeing this, it's because God wants to be closer to you.
God wants to be closer to you. So it's like push and pull. It's like God wants you to see this, devil doesn't want you to see this. It's very, very simple, and it was like, what's the spice level? That's a funny comment. But this right here, you can see the top comment. Right here, James 4:7, right?
The devil does not
Now I took that text, the devil doesn't want you to see this video,
want you to see this video.
and I said that as the audible. This is just kind of common sense. I was just like, okay, I'll make this video slightly different. I just more or less said the same exact stuff, but I replied to that comment. And so your account is super warm. You're going to be targeting all those people who responded to that comment or interacted with the comment. So that's another trick that you could do. These videos were back-to-back, millions of views. These videos were also back-to-back.
Do not scroll. The devil does not want you to see this video because he's trying to block the love that God has for you.
This was super, super simple. It's like, devil doesn't want you to see this video because, you know, God loves you and he doesn't want you to, you know, accept that love and to receive it.
God is interrupting your scroll for a...
I saw somebody on TikTok have a hook like that, but it was more of a visual video like this. And they said, God's interrupting your scroll. So I used that as the audio or the audible hook, what I said. And then I had more of an inviting text right here.
Do you have 1 minute for God?
That was a hook that I saw on Instagram that I was like, okay, it went viral on Instagram, so I'll just bring it to TikTok. You get what I'm saying here, right? So these are all very, very similar. Getting a call from my sister. But yeah, that's how you could go viral very simply. I gotta turn my brightness up again. And then it's very easy to go viral again. But the best way to do this, instead of having to go viral more and more, because I'll give you a little secret, which is a lot of people who are making $5,000 to $20,000, maybe even $30,000 every single month on TikTok Shop. The only way that they can scale is more virality, more virality, more virality, and they're already going viral. And yeah, it's a good amount of money for some people, but if you want to have the scalability to make a crazy amount of money like me doing, you know, a 6-figure a month, then you want to create a blue ocean for yourself, and that is super possible with product research. And the way to do that, this is how I did $10,000 in a day, by the way, without videos. It was just from live streams. You can find a really good product where somebody is making a lot of money every single time they go live, but they're not showing up consistently. So they're only showing up a couple times a week and they're not going live long. The way that lives work is it's a distribution of viewership across a product where TikTok makes 7% of every single sale that you bring in. So when you make money, TikTok makes money. They want to reward the person who's making them the most money, so they'll send that person the viewership, right? And so I came in on this product that I saw somebody was making a lot of money, but super inconsistent. I went super long hours. I started crushing. I absorbed the viewership. That person quit, so I absorbed all the viewership. Then I started negotiating like crazy with a company. I got from 10% to 23%. I got all these bonuses, extra. I negotiated an extra $20,000 in the month of July to just, you know, do the same stuff that I was already doing. So it's super, super powerful, and it's very easy to go viral for those products as well. And this is what happened, for Luke, my business partner, his dad. We literally, when it comes to product research, it's just, if you give somebody a really good product for live streams, they'll just go out there and make a bunch of money. So he made almost $10,000 in his first month. And this is how I did a 6-figure month, is taking live stream product, printing, and then adding the viral videos to that. So that's my favorite part of the strategy that I use to make 6 figures and make 450 grand, is incorporating viral videos in the skill set that I was just telling you about, but applying that to videos. And this is the whole point of the video, is that you don't have to be dependent on virality. You could be dependent on an insanely good product, where instead of having to hope and pray for a viral video once a month, as most people are in TikTok Shop, just like, oh, I won't have income if I don't go viral this month. Instead, you can find something where you know you get out of it what you put in. Like, you eat what you kill. You could show up every single day and make hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars every single day. I did a 10K day. That's something I used to dream of doing in a month, by the grace of God. So let me show you how you can not only make a bunch of money with live streams, but how you can use videos adding to that to make a bunch of money. And the mechanism behind this is, when you're on a video, somebody can see your profile picture. If you're live, it'll be like a blinking picture. I'm not sure if I included it on this Notion doc. No, that's all right. And they can go from your live into your video, and you're capturing hundreds of thousands of extra viewers who, you know, didn't buy it from your video, but now they could buy it from your live, but you're just saying buy now, buy now, buy now, essentially. So you're getting tens of thousands from the videos, tens of thousands from the lives, and tens of thousands by capturing those extra viewers and putting them into your lives. So this is how I made a bunch of money. It was applying that 80-20 principle and knowing how to go viral with my frameworks to apply that to the litter box. So watch this. This is a guy, Kyle's Health, and I saw these 2 videos.
They're trying to cancel him right now for exposing dentists. Watch this next clip very carefully, because you probably won't hear this anywhere else.
So some principles right here: fear, you know, the scary sound, the red text, listen for your safety, so you're triggering fear. And then, you know, watch this, because if you don't watch this, you might not find this anywhere else. So when we feel like we're having information withheld from us, we want to figure out what that information is. So that's also another tactic that he's using here, and talking about Joe Rogan, a celebrity, and he's basically recreating the same thing right here.
They're trying to cancel Good Morning America
Trying to cancel this person.
because they just exposed a 300
So you're like, you know, they're trying to cancel this person. Why are they trying to cancel that person? It creates intrigue, and you want to figure out why this is happening.
billion-dollar industry. Watch this next clip.
$300 billion industry. Like, oh my gosh, he's coming for such a, you know, it's just creating intrigue.
Very carefully, because you probably won't see it anywhere else.
And by the way, this product is for Boom Boom. This other
They're
product
trying to
is for a remineralizing chewing
they're
gum,
trying to cancel
which is actually a really good product. It's my friend Vincenzo has this. When we do Bible studies on Friday, I've been taking some from him. It's a really good product. I like it. But anyways, I saw, okay, so he's using fear, and this is a format that I could probably use for my letterbox.
They're trying to cancel this guy.
By the way, 3 million views.
They're trying to cancel this guy for
Made tens of
exposing a
thousands from
$700 million industry. Listen closely to what he has to say, because you might not find
Instead of listen for your safety, it's listen for your cat's safety. And then I just take the same format. In this case, it's all about taking what's working and applying it to your product by applying like a synchronous transition to make it congruent and make it make sense, you know? So I talked about how Penguins is talking about this documentary where this guy pointed out the dangerous litter box and why it's bad and how it's bad, but instead how you should use a safe litter box, why, you know, litter boxes, automatic litter boxes are good for your cats because it's healthier for them, blah, blah, blah. And now I'm talking about how, oh my gosh, I have the same litter box, which actually was a coincidence. I had the same litter box that he was talking about. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. It's like manna from heaven. And yeah, just made a video selling the crap out of it. Social proof right here. Building trust right here by saying it's a reputable company and so forth. And I use this same principle to make this video.
Do not get a self-cleaning litter box unless you know that it is.
I have such an a concerned tone. It's us versus them. It's like, I'm with you guys. I'm empathizing with you guys. And by the way, what was happening is there was a dangerous litter box in the market that unalived somebody's cats. It was tragic. It was all over the news and YouTube. And so any rational person would have been like, I got to stay away from that because I want people to think my thing is safe. But I was like, I know that I could actually drill into this thing and then use it to favor my product, which is a safe litter box. It was in the sense of education. A lot of people actually, through my live streams, once again, the live streams are so helpful. Remember in the beginning of the video when I said the best thing that you could do is know the product and the consumer? The best way to do that is to go live for hours and hours and understand everything about the consumer and the product because you're interacting with them all day. I knew nothing about cats, litter, or boxes, and I learned everything just by talking to people on live streams. I was like, oh, that's a bad litter? Oh, interesting. A lot of people said that was a good one. I'll have to try it out, blah, blah, blah. I just learned about, you know, its competitors and all this different type of stuff. So, and that is what allowed me to go viral consistently for this product. But you can see I'm targeting the same angle here. Don't get an automatic litter box unless you know that it's safe. I'm talking about Penguins. I'm exposing the dangerous litter box, and I'm visually showing them why it's dangerous. Now, since my whole video is built off of distrust of of litter boxes, now I'm building trust by saying it was built in 2013. It's not like one of these other companies that just pops up under the same design and is super dangerous. I'm talking about how the app feature you could put on Do Not Disturb, so you don't even have to keep it automatic if you don't want. But it still has the other features, talking about it, blah, 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 selling it, da-da-da. Here's another video.
Do not buy a litter robot. It is a giant scam.
So keep in mind, while I'm going viral, I'm going live every single day, making thousands of dollars. So these are just hundreds of thousands of extra viewers that are going to my live streams. And all that you need to do to make $10,000 a month with lives is do $333 a day, which if you're doing $100 profit an hour is 3 hours. So simple. And it all comes down to product research.
I spent like 800.
Yeah, so anyways, I'm talking about the litter robot, how it's a giant scam. By the way, format, same thing as this.
Do not get a self-cleaning litter box unless you know that it is safe. Do not buy a litter robot. It is a giant scam.
Don't get this unless you know that it's safe. Don't get this. It's a giant scam. I'm just talking about the competitor, which is going to make people super,
Do not buy a...
By the way, all these comments are like, I love the litter robot. It's incredible. Da-da-da. So you might be thinking, why am I not deleting this comments? This is sauce, by the way. I don't know who else is talking about this stuff. But I don't care about these 30. I don't care about this comment because 36 people are in the comments and reading other comments. And that's just boosting the watch time for my video, like I was talking about with the other dude. So yeah, I'm happy that these comments are saying that the litter robot is incredible because the people who are buying my product aren't the people who are in the comments. The people who are buying my product, they're like, wow, I'm sold. I'm just buying the product. They're not in here. So I'm happy for people to be in here because they're just pushing it out to more people who are going to buy it. That's why haters make people rich. And so the people who are hating on people's content, whatever, they don't actually know that they're literally making that person rich. It's the best, like, what's it called? Oxymoron or whatever.
I left my cats at home for an entire week and I don't feel bad about it.
That one's super controversial. That one converted the best out of any video. And I'm just being a piece of crap. They're like, you're a piece of crap, but you sold me, so I'm going to buy it. By the way, the reason I'm not showing the entire video in these is because it's 95% the same. It's just my live script. The best way to go viral is to go live. You know everything about the customer. You know everything about the product. You already have a high converting script that's already working. You could just plug and chug hooks that are working on TikTok, applying them to your product, and you just rake. It's the best thing ever. And so if you're somebody who's been struggling to go viral, maybe you should consider getting a really strong product and starting with live streams so you don't have to be reliant on that virality. And then once you do have all those essentials, it's so easy to go viral from there and you could scale to the moon. It's incredible. And once you start making so much money for these companies, you can vertically scale by negotiating. So I went from 10% to 23%, like I said. No other person could get to 15% or above because I was more or less a first mover for this product because I was like 80% of their revenue and I had crazy leverage. So it's all about spotting these products at the right time and opportunity with low competition so that you can come in, go ballistic, and basically hold the company by the balls and take over. You're getting bonuses, you're getting retainer pay where they basically pay you so that you just don't go to another opportunity that you have. And you're also getting crazy commissions. You get live flash sales as well, where it makes it so much easier to sell in live streams. Live flash sales, if you get those by negotiating with the company, those can genuinely double your sales per hour because it basically says there's embedded urgency and scarcity into it because it'll say, oh, there's only 2 or 3 left or something. And it'll say, you know, you can set the counter for how many products you want to put in, maybe 5, and then how long you want the timer to be, maybe 5 minutes. And it just keeps resetting. And there's like a strong compare at price because it's on an extra sale compared to everyone else. You can also talk to these companies and get extra discounts. I had discounts that were like Meow 10 or Fluffy 10, stuff like that, and extra $10 off that nobody else could get. This stuff is awesome. So start with a really strong product. That's the best way to do it. This is what I did to make 6 figures. This is what you could do with just lives in your first month if you have a good product. This is what you could do when you're going ballistic for a company with the right strategy. Once again, TikTok Shop is a process, and I want to remind you, it took me 3 months to find the litter box, and then I made $350,000 from it. So it takes most people months to even start making money in the first place, let alone doing 5 figures. It takes patience and problem solving, and most people quit the second they face adversity. Luke and I, my business partner, for months, it was very, very difficult. Like, we were down bad. Even though we were making good money, we were taking all of our money and using it to scale an e-com company, and we were burning that cash. So even though we were making a lot of money, it was like we were completely broke. So we needed this bad. We needed something to work. We were desperately trying to find a product that could make us over $100 an hour. We were testing dozens and dozens and dozens of products. We were broke. All that money was going to an e-com company. And so, yeah, it took us a long time to find this. And once it happened, boom, off to the races, and we ended up learning how to do this great product research. So if you just want the best possible results as fast as possible, instead of going through the frustrations that we were going through for so long, just cheat time and get the information somebody has learned over a long period of time doing the thing that you want to do. You don't even have to learn from me. Go learn from somebody else on TikTok Shop who could tell you how to go viral more. Nobody else is going to teach you product research, but you can go to an agency and they can help you to like go viral or something. The point is learn from somebody who's, further than you so that you could just cheat the system. This is what I did, by the way, for my 6-figure month. Is there was somebody who already did a 6-figure month. I hired him as a consultant. When I started making a bunch of money with the litter box, I was like, what do I do? He said, go live longer. I was like, you're right. I was just making excuses for not wanting to go live. So no matter what level you're at, whether you're just beginning, you could cheat through months and months, potentially even a year of not having any success. I mean, 99% of people who try, they're just going to fail at some point, or they're going to quit at some point because they're just facing adversity. As long as you don't quit, you're set up for success, but you can hack through the process just by learning from somebody. So if you want that to be me, I do personal mentorship where I personally approve products for you and in depth teach my full strategy that made me $450,000. So I can help you. I'll teach you how to do product research, which is the highest leverage skill, and then I'll make sure that you're getting a product that you're set up for success immediately instead of having to, figure it out for months and months and dealing with all that worry, anxiety, fear. What if it doesn't work out? All that stuff. Doing it alone sucks. I also teach how to use simple phrases in your live streams to trigger sales, my frameworks for how to consistently go viral as well, and how to scale way beyond $10,000 a month with live flash sales, increased commissions, bonuses, retainers, all that type of stuff. I help you negotiate with a company as well. So if you want to just expedite your results with TikTok Shop, I'm accepting 10 students this month, and spots are already filling up. I've been having great calls with people who are super zealous and want to make a lot of money. So I just love helping people to get financially free so you don't have to work that unfulfilling 9-to-5 life. You know what I mean? I was there not that long ago. So I'm working with young, ambitious people who genuinely want to change their lives forever and are ready to put in the work to make it happen. It doesn't matter how much information I just gave you. If you don't put in the work, it's not going to happen. Also, so many people, they feel discouraged, and you just need somebody to keep you accountable because, you're always so close to success and you just don't know it. So if you want to get your results expedited, you can reach out to me. Click the link in my description and my bio. You can hear more details. And if you want to join, just submit an application and book a call with us. And I look forward to speaking to you. And hopefully we can make some cash bread together, get you free financially for the rest of your life, and set you up good to build a future family, have a bunch of fun, do more of the things that you love. And if that sounds good to you, reach out. God bless. Have a good night. Have a good day, wherever you are.